Hi guys, welcome to my home office and productivity setup for 2020. As you know, this year has been a very different one from years that we've had in the past, and working from home has become a normal occurrence for many of us, including myself. And for that reason, it's very important to me that my setup is not only as functional as it can be, but it's also just a nice place to be around so that I don't mind spending most of my days here. So let's start where most setups begin, which is the desk. As you can see, it's quite large, and that's because it's not technically an office desk as such, but rather a dining table, which I managed to pick up for a very good price used. Having lots of desk real estate is important to me, not because I want to keep lots of stuff on my desk, but because it makes me feel like my setup is clean and uncluttered. On the desk, I have this add-on storage unit from IKEA. I believe it's part of their Alex series of cabinets and drawers, which has become very popular amongst YouTube setups. It helps to raise my monitor up so that I'm not having to strain my neck to look down at my screen, but also it gives some extra useful storage where I can keep my SD cards, SD card readers, external hard drives, and other random bits of stuff that I found, like for some reason my passport. On top of the Alex unit is where all of the magic happens. We'll start with the PC since it's kind of the centerpiece of the whole setup. I just very recently built it, and if you'd like to see some more specifications about it, you can go and check out my cinematic PC build video that I've done on it on my channel. Overall, I'm super happy with how it turned out, and it's made my life much easier when it comes to editing 4K videos. I can finally go through the timeline and scrub and everything looks smooth and it doesn't turn into a slideshow at any point. And of course it's not bad for gaming either. I love how the orange spray paint job turned out, and it just adds a little bit of color to my setup and the whole living room in general. Next we go on to the monitor. It's an LG 27-inch 4K monitor, and if you want to know the model, I will have it in the description below, including all of the other things that I talk about here. It's 4 years old now, and although I would like an ultrawide at some point, it works fine for me. It's an IPS panel, so the colors are very accurate and vibrant, although it is just a 60Hz panel, so it's not best for playing games that require super fast reaction times. Behind the monitor is a USB hub from Anker. It's a very convenient way to have some extra USB ports, which makes it easy for me to transfer data from my SD card to my PC, and there's also a Bluetooth receiver that lives there permanently for my wireless headset. I have a few mini Lego figurines just in front of the monitor, which adds a bit of personality to the setup, and it's made up of much more parts than you might think. Next to that are some pine cones I collected from a past trip to New Zealand, and next to that is my table lamp, which is also from IKEA. Sitting on the table lamp is my audio interface from Focusrite, which I not only use to record all of my audio with, but I also use it for audio playback using my wired headphones from FiiO. The Scarlett 2i2 is an incredibly good audio interface for the money, and I can highly recommend it to any of you aspiring YouTubers. In the corner, a little bit behind me, I have this really nice table lamp which I fitted with a Philips Hue bulb so I can make it any color I want when I want to add a little bit of extra coziness to the setup. Otherwise I can just use it as a normal light. Next we move on to my microphone, which is also behind me, and it's the SE Electronics 2200A Mark II-C. And aside from having one of the worst names for a product I've ever heard, it is an incredible microphone, and it can hang with and even take down some microphones that cost twice as much. I use it for all of my voiceovers, so if you'd like to check out what it sounds like, you can look at pretty much any of my videos. Below the microphone arm, I have an IKEA Symfonisk speaker, and you may be wondering why it's in such an odd location. Well, actually I don't use it for my PC at all. Rather, I use it together with the rest of my Sonos setup to have a nice distributed audio throughout the living room. The speaker conveniently doubles up as a stand for my wireless headphones, which are the Steelseries Arctis 9X wireless gaming headphones. And they are pretty much my favorite headphones from a long list of products that I have tried in the past. The sound quality is amazing, the microphone is great, the battery life is great. It's pretty sweet. The only bad thing about it is that because it was designed to work with the Xbox One, if you want to use it with the PC, you'll need to have a separate wireless adapter. In my case, I've just used one of the wireless adapters for the Xbox controller, and that works just fine with the headphones as well. Moving on to some more peripherals, I have a very large wide mouse mat which gives me plenty of space to use my mouse with. It actually has an RGB strip going all the way around it, but I'm not using that because it needs an extra cable to run to the PC, and that just kind of annoys me. On top of the mouse mat, I have a few things. First of all, I have a Razer Nostromo gamepad, which is probably by far the oldest part of this whole setup. I've had it for over 10 years now, and it's changed the way that I play games. Trust me guys, once you try a gamepad like this, you will never want to go back to a gaming keyboard. This product has been long discontinued, and I think they've replaced it with the Razer Tartarus, or if you want to have a mechanical version, you can get the Orbweaver. My keyboard is the Keychron K2 wireless mechanical keyboard, and I actually have a full review of that product on my channel, so if you're interested in checking that out, I will also link that below. And then we have the mouse, which is a Razer Naga MMO mouse. I wouldn't recommend that for the average person, but because I also like to play some MMOs like World of Warcraft, having all of those extra buttons there helps a lot. On the other side of the desk, I have this other really cool lamp that I also picked up from IKEA. It just helps to make the place feel a bit more cozy. In front of the lamp is this cheap wireless charger that I picked up from Amazon. I have these pretty much all over the place now, and it's a really convenient way to just charge your phone by putting it down rather than messing around with cables and having to plug them in. I've done my best to cable manage the setup as well, so under the desk I have these cable trays, also from IKEA. I believe it's called the Signum, and it just helps to be able to hide all of the cables away so that you don't kick them or get caught in them with your feet. And last but definitely not least is the chair, because what is a good setup without a good chair? That's right, it's nothing. So I picked up this ergonomic office chair used again for a really good price. It's an RH Logic, it's really old, it's from 1998 in fact, but it's been kept in good condition and it has all of the essential functions that an ergonomic office chair should have, like adjustable lumbar support and a comfy neck rest. And that about wraps it up for this setup. There's a lot fancier and cooler setups out there, but it works for me. I will be starting to make a few changes over the next few months, so if you'd be interested to see what those changes are and how my setup evolves from here, then make sure to subscribe so you'll keep up to date on that. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.